Winter. Onawa kept busy around the hut. After the meeting, the old man knew that the friendly village was only 2 or 3 days downriver. The old man and his granddaughter decided to collect as many hides as possible during winter to trade in spring. Hides were always worth something. They hoped to trade for corn, seeds, and of course tobacco. They both checked the traps daily. Onawa took her bow out hunting nearly every day. Now and then she would be lucky and get a shot at a deer. She rarely missed. One day she shot a deer crossing the river near the waterfalls. It fell down and she thought it was dead. She walked up to it and pulled her old knife out. But when she lifted its head to cut its throat, the deer struggled and jabbed one of the short points of its antler into her shoulder. There was not much blood, but her shoulder hurt and took a long time to heal. The trees were all bare now. Onawa could see deep into the forest after the leaves had all fallen, and the ground cover died back for the winter. There were no insects to sing this time of year, and only a few birds. Winter was almost silent. Hunting was difficult when the leaves that covered the ground were dry. Each step made a crunching noise that could be heard far away. After rain, the leaves were wet. She could walk silently on the wet ground, and the hunting was better. By midwinter, they had gathered many hides, several deer, beaver, rabbits, and a red fox. They used a few to make heavy blankets and cloaks, but most were saved to use for trade in spring. Onawa and grandfather looked forward to trading. If they could trade the hides for some seed, they could plant them. They both missed corn the most. The cornbread the braves shared with them did not last long. Now they only had fish and dried meat to eat. The old man speared a few turtles. Onawa made a thick soup with the turtle meat, which was warm and good in the cold of winter. One evening, the old man called Onawa to come sit by the fire with him. Her told her this was the last of his tobacco as he filled his pipe. He lit the pipe, inhaled the smoke, and held the pipe out to Onawa without saying a word. He had known she was smoking what he left in the pipe while he was out checking traps and hunting. He knew the tobacco would not last the winter. After they smoked, the old man sighed. He would miss his smoking and hoped when spring arrived that he could trade for more. Onawa would miss the smoking too. She only smoked what little her grandfather left in the pipe, but the smoke had made her feel calm and happy. Since the old man knew that she had started smoking, he began to make Onawa her own pipe. She knew he was making a new pipe, did not ask why. The old man worked on it by the fire in the evenings. He used a hollow deer bone for the bowl and a longer, thin deer bone for the stem. It took a few weeks for the old man to finish the pipe. When he finished it, he gave it to Onawa. He told her the pipe was hers now, and to decorate it any way she wanted. It was not their people's custom for women to smoke. His wife, who was now gone, smoked a few times when they were alone in their hut before the sickness came. The old man saw nothing wrong with women smoking. His granddaughter had been through much hardship and sadness since the sickness took their people. One afternoon, the old man and Onawa were in the hut scraping on stretched hides to soften them, when they heard a noise on the wall outside the hut. They both sat still, but did not hear anything else, so they went back to their work. Suddenly, another noise on the wall made them both jump to their feet. Onawa drew her knife, and the old man grabbed his spear. The old man cautiously stuck his head outside the door. Red Eagle, the leader of the hunting party the old man had met in fall, stood 10 steps away. He smiled and held up a pebble in his hand.